Listen, I've figured out exactly why your anonymous work survey isn't actually anonymous and how to stop management from quietly weaponizing your honest feedback against you. Look, if you're still pouring your soul into those confidential company links, thinking HR is your therapist, you're playing yourself. It's brutal, but someone has to say it. They aren't measuring company culture, they're running a corporate dragnet. You think you're safely venting about your toxic boss? Meanwhile, the system is silently logging your IP address, browser timestamps, and unique department metadata to single out the troublemakers. The truth is, the company will always protect its reputation over your privacy. By answering honestly, you are literally handing them the ammo to quietly freeze your career. But don't panic. I'm about to hand you a 3-step Machiavellian playbook to reverse engineer their trap. I won't just show you how to become completely invisible to their surveillance. By the time we get to the final strategy, I'll show you how to manipulate this exact survey to force HR to actively fast-track your promotion. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Phase 1. The corporate lie, the brainwashing. Let us talk about that beautifully designed email sitting in your inbox right now. It has a cheerful subject line. It says, "We value your honest feedback." It probably features a smiley face graphic and promises a safe, judgment-free zone. Society and corporate culture have completely brainwashed you. You actually believe that if you just type out a detailed essay about how your boss is a tyrant, some fairy godmother in executive leadership will float down and fire him. You think you are acting as a brave whistleblower. You think you are fixing the company culture. You are doing none of those things. You are just handing them the exact ammunition they need to quietly push you out the door. I used to do this exact same thing. I would write massive paragraphs crying about team morale, thinking I was the hero saving the day. I was just painting a giant red bullseye on my own back. You fundamentally misunderstand what human resources actually does. HR is not your therapist. HR is not an employee union. HR is a risk management division. Their entire job is protecting the company's bottom line and legal exposure. They do not care about your feelings. They care about lawsuits. They care about PR disasters. Phase 2, the ugly truth, the Machiavellian unmasking. Let us demolish the word anonymous right now. You think because your name is not at the top of the form, you are a ghost. You think hitting submit sends your complaints into a sterile, untraceable void. Even if third-party vendors like Qualtrics or Glint strip your name, they do not strip your digital footprint. Let us start with the link you just clicked. You think it is a generic link? Look at the URL bar at the top of your screen. See that massive string of random letters and numbers at the end? That is a query parameter. It is a digital tracker tied directly to your specific employee profile and your IP address. The system tracked exactly when you opened the email. It tracked how long you took to fill it out. It tracked the exact second you hit submit. The IT guy down the hall can see all of it. But let us pretend the link is clean. Let us talk about micro-demographic math. Does the survey ask for your department? Does it ask for your tenure? Does it ask for your age range? Do you really think you are invisible if you are the only 40-year-old female in the Dallas marketing branch who has been there for exactly 3 years? The system filters the data. You pop out instantly. You are a statistical certainty, not an anonymous voice. Then there is corporate Chad in sales who thinks he is a hacker. He uses a VPN on his personal laptop to fill out the survey, thinking he beat the system. Dude, they do not need your IP address when you literally rat yourself out with your own words. This is the psychological tell. I call it the vocabulary trap. You write exactly how you speak. Your manager has read your emails, your Slack messages, and your project updates for years. They recognize your specific sentence structure. They know your favorite buzzwords. They know exactly how you complain. And if you always say per my last email or complain about bandwidth in daily meetings and those exact words show up in the anonymous comments, the gig is up. No tracking software is needed when your own vocabulary betrays you in the comment box. Here is the brutal truth about why these surveys exist in the first place. They are not collecting feedback. They are collecting data. When you write, "My manager is disconnected, mean, and plays favorites," HR does not sit around a table asking, "Oh no, how do we fix this manager?" They ask, "Is this complaining employee a flight risk? Are they building a case to sue us?" You do not get a gold star for honesty. You become a red flag, a liability score. You become a problem that needs to be managed, contained, or removed. And no, they will not fire you the next day. That is amateur hour. Corporate moves in silence. You simply get mentally filed under not aligned. Watch what happens 6 months later. Your projects quietly dry up. Your manager's tone turns cold and transactional. You stop getting invited to key strategy meetings. And then during the next minor company restructure, your position is quietly eliminated. You never saw it coming. They will blame the budget. They will blame market shifts. They will never mention the survey. They do not have to. The system worked exactly as it was designed to. If realizing this corporate trap makes you feel completely exposed right now, pay close attention because I am about to hand you the exact playbook to reverse engineer this system. While the first two tactics I'm about to share will make you legally invisible, the third and final strategy, weaponized alignment, is an absolute corporate cheat code that will force HR to actively fast-track your promotion. Let's break down the Machiavellian shift. Phase 3, the Machiavellian shift, the power moves. It is time to stop treating your company like a diary. The survey is a political chessboard, and your words are chess pieces. You must shift from a bleeding heart to a cold operator, move out of the emotional register and into the operational one. 3. Never write emotions, write systems. This is where amateurs bleed out and pros take control. If your boss is an abusive micromanager, your natural instinct is to write, "My boss is toxic, ignores us, and morale is destroyed." Do you know what the HR filter reads? It reads a personal grievance. It reads that you are an emotional problem. You sound like a whiny victim complaining about things being unfair. The company will always protect the manager over the victim. Flip the script. Move to the operational disguise. Write this instead. Communication flow between leadership and individual contributors lacks structured KPIs and clear milestones. Do you see the difference? You just complained about the exact same guy. You pointed out the exact same flaw, but you removed the emotion. The filter reads the second sentence as a high-level process observation. You do not sound like a victim anymore. You sound like an executive consultant. You sound like management material. They cannot punish you for suggesting better systems. They can only punish you for attacking their people. Change the frame. 2. Silent. If a survey asks for written comments, treat it like a legal deposition. You have the right to remain silent, and you absolutely should use it. Typing out a highly specific story that only you witnessed and thinking it is a secret is literally the dumbest thing you can do on a company server. Stop handing them the knife to stab you with. If your boss yelled at you about the new software update last Tuesday in a private room, and you write about that software update in the survey, who do you think they are going to blame? You are the only one who was in the room. You are not a ghost. You are a glowing neon sign. Strip your distinct vocabulary entirely. Do not use your favorite slang. Do not use that weird formatting you always use in Slack. Do not use exclamation points if you are known for being loud and bubbly. Be boring, be generic, speak in the passive voice. If you cannot afford the political capital to be exposed, leave the comment box completely blank. Just check the multiple choice boxes. Stay right in the middle of the scale. Do not pick strongly agree. Do not pick strongly disagree. Pick neutral. Fade into the gray background. Silence is the only answer HR cannot trace. Silence is the only data point they cannot use against you. Leave no fingerprints at the scene of the crime. 1. This is the ultimate power move. This is how you use the anonymous survey to manipulate the people who are trying to manipulate you. Since you now know the survey is tracked, use it to plant a massive paper trail of success. Actively feed the system what it desperately wants to hear. Executives do not read these surveys to find out what is broken. They read these surveys to validate their own egos. They want proof that their grand plans are working. Give it to them. Praise the overarching company goals. If the CEO just announced a massive push for a new market strategy last quarter, use the comment box to kiss the ring. Write a comment about how excited you are to align team processes with the new company vision. Talk about high-level strategic alignment. Mention how the recent town hall meeting gave you incredible clarity on the core mission. Sound like a true believer. When the data gets traced back to you, and we already established that it will, what happens? Leadership sees your specific name attached to executive level praise, while your naive coworkers are whining about the coffee machine and exposing themselves as negative liabilities. You are playing chess. You are secretly viewed as a highly engaged, indispensable asset who gets the big picture. That guy who sits next to you, the one who complains all day but always gets the best projects, he knows this. He complains to you in private, but on paper, he is the biggest cheerleader the company has. You just turned a trap into a stepping stone. You used their own tracking system to force them to see you as a loyal soldier. That is how you win. The corporate system isn't designed to protect your feelings. It's designed to optimize its own power. Stop trading your safety for the illusion of being heard and start treating every company questionnaire as a political test. Subscribe if you're done being the prey.